All right, so it's fantastic that you obviously want to look at the memberships. I'll just go through each of them with you, just so you get an idea of kind of what you're basically in for. So we have 4 memberships available. We have Intro, Platinum, Signature, and then Flexible. So with Intro is very much an introduction to the gym. So it's just basic entry. It's only for this one gym, but you'll have access to all the gym equipment that we have. On the other hand, you then have Platinum. So Platinum will allow you access to not only this gym, but we also have a gym in Belmont. We also have a gym in Lambton. You'd also be able to bring in a friend, which is what you're looking at doing. Be one person at a time. Through that, what you can then do is bring in the access of a spa facility. So whether that be spray tan, infrared sauna, you'd also be able to look at a hydro bed and a massage chair. Signature. So Signature basically has everything that Platinum has to offer. So the bringing a friend, being able to have access to spa facilities, and obviously having more than one access to one club. But Signature will also allow you to have the classes. Now with those first 3, they're known as 12-month contracts. So basically you have a minimum term of 12 months. After 12 months, in theory, there is a possibility for you to move on because you'd be out of your minimum term. However, Flexible, which is our 4th one, Flexible has everything that Signature offers. The difference is it's a no contract. So basically it's a 2-week minimum period. After 2 weeks, that's when you have the ability to move on if you wish, or of course continue. Because we're looking at long-term goals, especially with the like the facilities that we have available here. It is the cheapest in Newcastle, but at the same time, we care. We're looking at what people actually want to do. It's very much a family-run business, so we're trying to care within like a family-run base. So with that, in terms of obviously what we have here, we can offer a variety of fitness programs. There's already 2 personal trainers here, but then we can book you in with me as well. From that, in terms of your goals, we'll be looking at obviously lower body, which is what you mentioned. We can work on that. We have the facilities here. We have in the main weight section by far, we'll be able to have a variety of exercises at your disposal. And from there, we can then work on progressive overload effectively. In terms of activities, there's a wide range of classes available. So if you're looking for sort of like lower body, you'd probably be wanting to go for challenge. So challenge is a mix of conditioning with effectively with strength building, but it works on the lower half. Whereas if you wanted to work on your upper half, maybe in the week, you'd be looking at body pump. So there is a variety there, and the best thing that we always suggest is for people to stretch. So it doesn't matter whether you had a hard week, it's been tricky, or even the fact that you might have maybe accidentally pulled some muscles. Yoga will work. It will allow the body to allow the blood to flow around. You've also got the idea then you're actually able to meditate and actually relax. With that, in terms of any issues that you have you got any kind of like objections potentially to this gym at all or anything like that? No? All right. So I just want to make clear as well that obviously with what we have available, we do have within our toilets, we do have showers available. There's also lockers in there for security reasons. So with us, what we do ask is for gym bags to not be on the floor. It's a trip hazard. Don't want people accidentally hurting themselves. It's not the tidiest thing to look at. But also we've had issues potentially with stealing in the past. So to avoid that, we just have the gym bags in the lockers. But obviously there are toilets in there. As a member of staff, we are constantly cleaning them, so we're trying to make it as hygienic as possible, especially post the lockdowns through COVID. So with regards to what you have here, so far, if I'm correct, I would have a Signature membership. Now you did mention before about a long-term goal. So with a long-term goal, I would suggest you're looking at like a 12-month period.
Yeah.
Awesome. Long-term goals, they can definitely be worked within a 12 month. You could definitely be heading towards that goal, which would be fantastic. So what I might do for you for now then is we've gone through everything. In terms of your payments, so how would you like to pay? Would you like to pay up front, or would you like to do a direct debit? Kind of what sort of thing would be more convenient for yourself? Direct debit? All right, brilliant. So if you can fill out this form for me, that would be good. So we've gone through in terms of that. So you've gone through your details before. it's not required for a medical, and obviously what we will do in regards to what you're doing now, after these details have been put forward, all we're going to do is simply send you a welcome email, which will provide you everything. We're then going to sort out the information to make sure it gets obviously stored properly, and then from there we'll set up a next appointment date. All right. So if you can fill out those details there for me.
Yep.
Is that the number? All right, well, thank you very much. So, now, nice and easy. You've told us some goals of what you want, and in terms of your next session, you've already been, you look like you're really keen to kind of just get going. So, in terms of our next appointment, for yourself, it's going to be at obviously Charlestown. So we've got Earth Fitness Charlestown, it's nice and easy. In terms of what I would suggest, what might need to be done now, is for you to come up with kind of suggestions for me. You mentioned about lower body, but obviously within the lower body there's quite a few muscles, so it might be areas that you might want to focus on more than others. And with that, what we can then do is go through later on, we can go through a schedule, and we can then work out whether there's any potential medical issues, and with that, and then whether the training can obviously be moved forward. But we're definitely going to book you in, because we're really exciting. So my next available date for myself would be on, let's have a look for you, it will be on Monday the 23rd, all right? Now, would you prefer a morning or an afternoon session? A morning, all right. So with that, so it'll be the 23rd of the 1st, 23. I have 9 a.m. Yep, brilliant, okay. All right, now the session itself is going to last for 1 hour, all right? So the whole point is then that I can get a feel, we basically do a mix of a health appraisal, so I can get a feel of kind of how you're going, how active you are, potentially whether there might be any kind of blocks along the road, and then from there, if there's definitely not, then we are good to go, but it's always good just to make sure.
Yep.
We want to make sure that we're covered, all right? Now, if you were to reschedule this for whatever reason, that's fine, we all have lives. Please make sure that you do it before 6 p.m. on the 22nd, because that's when we shut.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you have any questions at all? No? Perfect. All right. We will see you on the 23rd.
Thank you.